What's up mga kuya? Welcome back to the channel, and today papakita ko sa inyo kung paano mag-stream, or at least paano ako mag-stream through OBS, yung hardware na gamit ko, software, and equipment, kung ano-ano pa. Let's go!
But before we get into it, I just wanted to give a shout out to today's sponsor, CDKoffers. And of course, if you haven't heard of CDKoffers, they're an online store selling various digital goods like software, programs, and game keys from different platforms at an affordable price. For example, if you want to get an affordable Windows 10 Pro key, then look no further as CDKoffers has you covered. Simply click buy now and use my code KG20 to get an extra 20% off on your purchase. Choose your preferred payment method and bam! You now have a legit Windows 10 Pro key, and to activate it, just simply copy the key, type activation in your Windows search bar and click activation settings. Change product key, paste, next, and activate. And congratulations, as you now have a genuine copy of Windows 10 Pro. You can check out this offer in the link in the video description. Special thanks again to CDKoffers for sponsoring this video.
So siguro magsimula tayo sa hardware na gamit ko mga kuya. So obviously, you can just stream perfectly fine on a phone kung mukha nyo lang yung kailangan makita. Pero of course, the focus for today is streaming through OBS. The main thing that you need for that is a decent PC. You don't really need a really powerful PC for streaming through OBS mga kuya. So these are the specs of my PC, and I can stream perfectly fine at 1080p 60fps to Facebook or YouTube. And siguro kung bibili nyo yung exact specs ng PC ko, abutin siguro kayo less than 30k ngayon, I'm not sure. And I'm actually also planning on streaming on Twitch. Pinaplano ko pa lang, di ako sure. Baka mag-focus ako more on streaming sa YouTube ngayong taon. Again, I'm not sure, but that's a topic for another video. And this is what I mean mga kuya when I said you don't really need a really powerful PC or really expensive PC for streaming. So this is my PC exactly a year ago. So this has an i5-4460, which is a 4-core 4-thread CPU with 16 gigs of DDR3, and for the most part I can actually stream perfectly fine using the system at 1080p 60fps using OBS. But for me to get the smoothest experience when streaming with a system like this with a 4-core 4-thread CPU, stream at 720p. So for example, if you have a Ryzen 3 3400G or any quad-core CPU, at least the recent quad-core CPUs, then just stream at 720p, it's perfectly fine. And as you notice from my setup, I actually don't have a secondary monitor, for example, when interacting with my chat. And as far as having a secondary monitor goes mga kuya, pwede nyo na lang gamitin yung phone nyo, or kung may laptop man kayo, or tablet, or kahit anong Android or iOS device, you can use them as secondary monitors using an app called Space Desk, which papakita ko sa inyo in a little bit. So for me mga kuya, the two most important things to take note when streaming is having good quality audio and good lighting, of course, considering that you are using a webcam for a face cam. There are some streamers who don't use a webcam, but of course, that's up to you. And alam ko, patok na to sa mga budget-conscious streamers, itong BM800 na microphone. And for the most part, you actually don't need the phantom power, kahit na madami nagsasabi na bumili ka ng phantom power if you are planning on buying this mic. But in my case, may ginagamit nga ako na phantom power for my BM800, and for the most part, again, you don't need the phantom power. I'm going to show you guys a software that's really incredible for improving the audio quality of your cheapo microphone. So of course, considering natin na gusto nyo na may facecam or webcam kayo for streaming, yung gamit ko yung Logitech C920, which is of course a bit of a pricey webcam, but of course offers you really good quality for that price. Madami kayong makikita online mga kuya for less than 1,000 pesos, and decent yung quality nila for the most part. So of course, connected dito sa paggamit ng webcam or having a facecam sa stream mo is having a decent source of lighting. So ito lang naman yung gamit ko, basically ring light. At madami ka na mahanap na ganito online for cheap. So lahat na mga sinasabi ko ngayon will be in the description of this video if you guys want to check it out. And yung specific ring light ko, meron siyang adjustment for brightness. So gano'n na bilhin nyo mga kuya. Ang laking tulong netong brightness adjustment neto. And pagdating sa streaming mga kuya, hindi nyo na kailangan ng gantong studio softbox light na while fairly cheap din naman tong nasa akin ngayon. I was able to buy this for 1,000 pesos. More than enough na para sa akin tong ring light na to. And one other thing regarding audio mga kuya. So for example, if you're using a good quality gaming headset with a decent mic, ito nga yung gamit ko noon mga kuya, the Fantech HG14. Pero recently kasi mas preferred ko na gumamit ng earbuds when gaming or when streaming. And actually, nung ito yung gamit ko dati for streaming, I actually didn't need a mic since na maganda yung microphone quality neto. And tulad nga nasabi ko sa isang video ko dati mga kuya, napaka underrated ng headset, mga gaming headset ng Fantech. Ang ganda nung audio quality and mic quality. So kung yun yung gusto nyo and ayaw nyo na may dedicated mic pa kayo for streaming, then yeah, get something like a Fantech gaming headset kung in a budget din kayo.
So nandito na nga tayo sa OBS mga kuya, and obviously kung hindi pa naka-install ang OBS sa PC nyo, then of course go ahead and install it, and I'll run you through the settings that I use when I'm streaming to Facebook or YouTube. And regarding Space Desk, obviously if you already have a secondary monitor, then you don't need this, but to the people who actually want to use their smartphone, tablet, or even laptop as a secondary display, this is what you install on your primary main streaming PC. And just below that, this is now what you're going to install on your device, may it be Android, iOS, or a Windows device. And yeah, it's pretty straightforward to use and easy to use. And a bit of a confession mga kuya, I rarely use Space Desk. So kapag nakikipag-interact ako sa chat ng live stream ko, I just open up Facebook, YouTube, and go to my stream and just read the comments there. Obviously, there's a significant delay if I'm going to be reading my chat through here, but for the most part, that's just what I do when I want to read the chat of my live stream. So here we are at OBS mga kuya, and kita nyo naman, this is a custom overlay that I made through Adobe Photoshop. You can use different types of programs or softwares if you want custom overlays for your live stream, but for the most part, I only have 2 scenes. So this is like my, I guess, gaming overlay or gaming scene, and as you can see, I have Valorant opened up, and as far as the settings goes mga kuya, the only tabs that you really need to worry about is stream, output, audio, video, and hotkeys. So stream, of course, this is where you put where you stream, what platform you're streaming at, and your stream key. Take note, don't reveal this to anyone as they can use it to stream as you. So yun, take note nyo nga yun. And next up is itong bitrate. So for the most part, depende to sa internet connection nyo. In my case, parang yung sweet spot, 50 Mbps kami, 5000 kbps at 1080p nga ako nag-stream, and audio bitrate 160. And for the most part, nasa simple setting lang ako. Hindi na ako nagda-dive into more settings dito sa OBS pagdating dito sa streaming option. And dito sa encoder preset, sinet ko to sa performance, which works well for me. So of course, if you want to stream and record what you're streaming at the same time, then I recommend getting a second PC or a laptop, and connect that to an Elgato capture card. Streaming and recording at the same time really stresses, like ini-stress niya talaga yung CPU nyo mga kuya. So unless you really have a powerful CPU, then I suggest getting like a laptop or a secondary PC to hook it up to an Elgato capture card and use that to record what you're streaming. And isa pa nga palang bagay sa pag-stream mga kuya, you don't really need an Elgato capture card. I've been streaming for a very long time just using OBS without a capture card. So sa mga magsasabi sa inyo na, oh, bumili ka ng capture card, Elgato, maganda yun for streaming, di nyo na kailangan nun mga kuya. Ako nagsasabi, again, as long as you have a capable PC, again, at least a quad-core CPU, then you're pretty much good to go when it comes to streaming. And siguro mas magandang i-next ko muna yung video, tapos we'll get into audio after this. And kita nyo naman mga kuya, I'm streaming at 1080p 60fps. And the higher the resolution you're streaming at, for example, if you want to stream at 1440p, for example lang naman, it's more of a hit sa CPU nyo. So for the most part, mag-adjust kayo sa CPU nyo. Again, if you're streaming with something like a quad-core CPU or something less powerful, then I highly suggest streaming at 720p. It's not a big deal. 720p is still sharp enough for the most part. And yeah, so dito naman tayo sa audio mga kuya. Obviously, piliin nyo yung audio devices sa PC nyo, yung gamit nyo. For example, kung saan nakasaksak yung earbuds mo or gaming headset mo, then dito mo lang piliin mga kuya. And for the most part, wala naman ako inibang settings dito. 48,000 or 48 kHz na lang siguro. Tama ba? Kilohertz yun? Basta yan, dito naman stereo. And ayan yung ibang settings ko dito mga kuya. And dito na nga papasok yung software na sinasabi ko kanina mga kuya. So this is voice meter. This is what I've been using recently. And sobrang underrated neto. Like hindi nyo talaga kailangan ng phantom power. Although, yeah, I am using a phantom power para for that added gain sa audio. And for the most part, ito yung setting ko dito sa hardware input 1. Unless na lang siguro kung may multiple sources ka of audio, then lalagyan mo dito yung secondary microphone mo. Pero for the most part, ito. And ito yung settings ko mga kuya. So, to be able to better explain to you, check out this video by Narkla mga kuya. It shows you how to use voice meter and also change the settings in OBS regarding audio. with your BM800 or any other cheaper microphone that you may be using. Sobrang underrated ng video na to mga kuya. You can check out his video in the description or in the pinned comments of this video. And pretty much kahit ano sa mga binabanggit ko ngayon will be in the description of this video. Although medyo mahaba-haba tong video niya at 24 minutes long, para sa akin sobrang worth it na panoorin nyo yung every minute, every second of this video. Ayun, for a significantly better microphone quality, worth it panoorin siya mga kuya. So check it out. And just to let you guys hear the difference between using and not using voice meter. So this is how it sounds like without using voice meter. And this is how the audio sounds like now using voice meter through my BM800. And as you can hear naman, sobrang significantly better audio quality. And kung gusto nyo na mga ganyang kaartehan mga kuya, kailangan nyo mag-sign up sa Streamlabs for an account. And for the most part, itong tatlong widgets lang naman ginagamit ko. Alert box, chat box, and events list. Of course, yung alert box, ito yung kakakita nyo lang. Malalaman mo kung may nag-donate sa inyo. Yung notification na nga na nakita nyo. Salamat sa follow, ganon. Of course, ito yung chat box. Ito yung chat nyo. Kung gusto nyo na nakikita yung chat dun sa stream nyo mismo. Again, optional nga kung gusto nyo maglagay kayo ng donation goal dun sa stream nyo. Again, up to you. And ito namang events list. Ito siya mga kuya. Basically, nakikita nyo yung mga recent na nag-follow, like, or nag-subscribe sa YouTube channel nyo if sa YouTube kayo nag-stream, or sa Twitch, yung mga recent na nag-subscribe sa'yo doon. Tapos ngayon baka isipin nyo, ang komplikadong ilagay ng mga to. Hindi po mga kuya. Ang kailangan nyo nga lang is itong widget URL. Of course, wag nyo din itong papakita kahit kanino. So basically, just copy that and then go into add dito sa, sa sources natin and browser mga kuya. Basically, yan nga. Inad ko na dyan yung mga alert box, events list, and live chat. Tapos just to show you how to add it, alert box ata to. For example lang naman, alert box 2 naman to. Tapos basically, ano ba? Dito? Tapos basically, ang gagawin nyo lang ngayon is paste nyo yung widget URL na kinopya nyo dito sa URL. Then, press OK, and ito na nga yung inyong alert box mga kuya. So obviously kung ito yung chat box nyo, then dito nyo ilalagay. In my case, dito nakalagay. Pero yung alert box ko dito nakalagay. As you can see, nakita nyo naman kanina. Tapos ito, usually may meron talagang gameplay na window dito. So parang ito yung main or intermission ko din na scene dito sa OBS. So alert box pa lang yun. Ito nga yung chat box. Then ito naman yung events list. You can pretty much customize it to however you want. But of course, I'm not gonna show all of that since na baka masyado matagalan tayo ngayon mga kuya. For the most part, ito nga may options ka for follows, donations, customize mo to, again, however you want. Gusto mo lagyan mo nga ng image yun kapag may nag-like, follow. Ako nakuha ko yung mga to sa, kung saan lang. So yun, kung gusto mong ibahin yung sound, yung effects, animation, sound volume, ito yung font, itsura ng font, yung font size, font color, and font style. So ayun, again, ayoko masyado magtagal dito. So again, just customize it to however you want, and fairly straightforward naman siyang gamitin mga kuya. Featured jello here mga kuya. So may mga isisingit nga lang ako, munti ka na makalimutan, is dito nga sa scenes, basically may 2 scenes nga ako dito. Custom overlays ko nga po to. Kinostomize ko po to sa Photoshop. If sanay kayo mag-Photoshop, then of course you can make it your own. Pero for the most part, kung gusto niyo na mga custom overlays tulad ng ganito, may mga ganyan, may mga frame. Pwede nyo gamitin itong Own 3D Pro. May mga pre-made na dyan na mga overlay that you can use for your streams. And for the most part, free naman. May few choices ka of free overlays. Pero kung gusto mo na mas madaming choices ka or yung mas mga premium na choices, then kailangan yung bayaran yun, of course mga kuya. And fairly straightforward naman yung paggamit sa kanya. Then dito naman sa sources, of course, pinaliwanag ko na nga kung paano mag-add ng mga widgets mula sa Streamlabs. Dati talaga Streamlabs gamit ko, pero madalas kasi ako nagkakaproblema doon dati. So, ito na nga. OBS gamit ko ngayon for streaming mga kuya. Of course, if wala naman kayong problema using Streamlabs, then by all means, yun pa din yung gamitin nyo. And for example nga mga kuya, kung gusto nyo mag-add ng mga iba't ibang mga sources, for example, pictures, GIFs, yung mga custom overlay ko nakita nyo naman dito. For example, itong kumakain si Goku, gusto nyo lang na parang kumakain ka, pinapakita nyo lang sa mga viewers mo na kumakain ka, then pwede nyo na lang i-drag and drop dyan. Tapos, eto, kung happy kayo sa position yan or size, pwede nyo i-resize yan. Ito, pindutin nyo nga lang tong padlock icon, then lock na yan, di nyo na pwedeng galawin yan. Kung gusto nyo itago yung mga specific sources nyo, for example, ito ang kakalagay lang natin is itong eye icon. Tapos, ayun, ganun kasimple nga lang siya mga kuya. And for example, may overlay ka na gusto mong gamitin na ginawa mo sa Photoshop or kahit anong editing software na gamit mo, then drag and drop lang basically mga kuya. And ayun na nga yung overlay natin. Of course, pwede natin ibabato para ito yung pinaka-background natin basically mga kuya. So, ito nga yung mga layers, tapos, ayan. And in the case naman sa paglagay ng game capture, yung game na lalaruin mo, and dito naman sa webcam na gamit mo, dito lang sa plus sign, tapos video capture device, then, ayan, okay. Kung gusto nyong ipangalan yan, rename yan sa kung ano gusto nyo para sa webcam nyo, then, ayun, okay, then, piliin nyo nga lang dito yung gamit nyong webcam. And again, after that, you can customize it to however you want. Kung gusto nyo, i-crop nyo yan. To crop any source here sa kung ano mang ilagay nyo dito sa OBS, basically, just hold Alt on your keyboard and drag. So, ayan, makakrop nyo yung webcam nyo. And kung gusto nyo yung game capture nyo, i-crop nyo din since na baka may sensitive info kayo nandun. Then again, just hold Alt and drag lang mga kuya. Ganun kasimple lang. And pagdating naman dito sa game capture, yung game na nalaro nyo sa stream nyo, pwede kayong maglagay ng multiple sources of game capture para, ayun, for example, madami ka na laro na game sa stream mo, then eto, lalabel natin to na Valorant, for example lang naman. And eto, set mo to sa capture specific window para bigyan ka ng option kung ano yung gusto mong i-feature. Ayun, laro na nilalaro mo mga kuya. So, ito nga Valorant in this case, press OK. Tapos, ayan, ito niresize ko siya dito. So, in this case, dito nga sa scene na to, ginagamit ko to as parang intermission or yun nga, yung main scene ko mga kuya. Tapos again, ito nga yung scene na gamit ko pag naglalaro na ako, itong desktop audio natin. So for me, yung sweet spot para hindi na overpower ng game audio nyo, yung microphone audio nyo is ito, -7 mga kuya, -7 decibels. And para dito naman, siguro mag-experiment ka lang sa ano. So basically, dito mag-experiment ka sa game audio mo. Like, ano ba yung perfect para sa'yo? -7 ba? -8? So for example, in this case, Valorant. So bumaril-baril ka. Tapos, ayun, hingin mo siguro yung feedback ng audience mo kung okay ba yun o kung gusto mo mag-record ka na lang, quick clip. Tapos tignan mo kung okay yun, kung hindi na overpower yung audio ng microphone mo. Pero para sa akin, ang sweet spot nga mga kuya is -7. And ito para sa akin mga kuya is yung pinaka-underrated na feature when using OBS are the hotkeys. So, for the most part, I actually don't use the start, stop, recording or start or stop streaming hotkeys. I only use the hotkeys for changing between my two scenes, or if you have multiple scenes, assign them to more numbers. But as you can see, I only use 2 scenes, so I have Alt 1 assigned to my main scene or my intermission, and Alt 2 for my gaming scene. So I can easily switch between them by pressing Alt 1 or Alt 2. And also another trick, if your keyboard still has a number pad, then you can actually use that as like a mini stream deck when switching among your different scenes. So very nice. And yung last thing siguro that I want to talk about here sa pag-stream sa OBS is dito sa camera. So take note, again, ang gamit ko nga is yung Logitech C920. And para sa akin, ito yung best settings sa I'm not sure sa ibang webcam kung ano yung settings na magpapakita sa inyo. Pero for the most part, if Logitech C920 din gamit nyo, then eto nga mga kuya, 1080p. Of course, depende kung ano yung max resolution na kaya ng webcam nyo. Highest FPS possible para as smooth as possible yung sa webcam nyo. MJPEG 709 full. Tapos dito naman sa configure video. Tapos ayun, for the most part, wala naman ako ibang settings dito. Auto yung ito lang naman. Tapos ayun yung mga values na nakaset dito. Again, wala nga akong binago dito. Pero para sa akin, yung pinakamalagang option dito is itong low light compensation. Make sure na naka-turn off yun. Since na dahil sa low light compensation, parang nagmumukhang choppy. As you can see naman, smooth naman for the most part yung sa webcam ko. And ayun nga mga kuya, turn that off. Pero ang kailangan nyo nga is good light source. Ito nga ang gamit ko na ring light. And maganda nga yung may brightness adjustment para naka-customize mo to what you think looks the best para sa webcam nyo. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Pag naset nyo na lahat ng mga yon, then just press start streaming and ayun. Ewan ko, ayun.
And yeah, for the most part, wala naman ata akong ibang nakalimutan regarding streaming through OBS. Of course, if may mga questions kayo, just feel free to leave it in the comments and I'll do my best to answer them. Pero isa pang bagay regarding streaming mga kuya, kung gusto nyo maging full-time streamer, if you were thinking of making a living out of streaming or content creation, idol nyo siguro sila Shroud, sila XQC, Wardell, Tense, ganon. take note na hindi lahat nagiging successful sa streaming. So, for the most part, have something na make sure na may stable source of income ka besides streaming, mga kuya. Kasi, real talk lang, not everyone will make it big sa streaming. Hindi porket ang laki ng viewership ni Shroud is magiging ganun ka din. Hindi kita dinidiscourage. Nang real talk nga lang ako, mga kuya, since the idea of full-time streaming is tough, mga kuya. Like, unless na lang siguro kung babae ka, real talk na nga lang din. Alam naman natin na madaming mga babaeng mga nagpapakita lang ng cleavage sa stream, mga nagpapakita lang ng balat sa stream, and napakadami ng viewers. So of course, kung di ka ganun din, you have to find other ways to grab viewers. Kailangan maging sobrang galing ka sa game na ini-stream mo. Kailangan sobrang maging entertaining ka, ganon. And ayun nga, that's the tough part. Na kailangan maging creative ka talaga, original siguro. Ayun, entertaining lang talaga sa mga streams mo. Ayun, wag niyo sana isipin na dinidiscourage ko kayo from streaming. Kung gusto niyo mag-stream kayo part-time, then meron kayong ibang ginagawa, pinagkukuhanan nyo ng stable income, then that's good for you. But yeah, for the most part, that's pretty much what you need to know if you want to stream on different platforms using OBS. And konting advice na nga din. So of course, leave a like if you did dislike if you feel like you have to, and of course, consider subscribing if you like my content. Turn on notifications, as a lot of the people that subscribing to the channel aren't getting updates on my latest videos. Of course, the good stuff, if you want to support the channel, then use my Shopee, Lazada, or Banggood affiliate link. If you're buying anything from them, it helps me out a lot. Like my Facebook page for other posts and updates that I don't post on YouTube. And yeah, as always, stay safe, mga kuya. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.